I sat all morning in the college sick bay, counting bells, nailing classes to a close. At 2 o'clock, my neighbors drove me home. In the porch, I met my father crying. He had always taken funerals in his stride, and Big Jim Evans saying it was a hard blow. The baby cooed and laughed and rocked the pram. When I came in, and I was embarrassed by old men standing up to shake my hand and tell me they were sorry for my trouble. Whispers informed strangers that I was the eldest, away at school as my mother held my hand
in hers and coughed out angry tearless sighs. At 10 o'clock, the ambulance arrived, with the corpse stanched and bandaged by the nurses. Next morning, I went up into the room. Snowdrops and candles soothed the bedside. I saw him, for the first time in 6 weeks, paler now, wearing a poppy bruise on his left temple. He lay in the 4-foot box, as in his cot. No gaudy scars, the bumper knocked him clear. A 4-foot box, a foot for every year.
So Kevin and I did the poem Midterm Break by C. Massini. And basically, throughout the poem, the narrator describes the aftermath of the car incident that killed his younger brother. So this accident has led the narrator to analyze how each person responded in sorrowful times like these. The passing of his younger brother had threw off the family dynamic and shifted the way that everyone responded to everyday events. The poem begins with the narrator describing the setting and what he was doing in the infirmary at school. Suddenly, he was picked up by his neighbors and was taken directly home, confused as to why his parents didn't pick him up. Upon reaching home, the first thing he sees is his father crying on the porch, and his neighbors and an old man comforting his family. At this moment, the ambiance is filled with sorrow and grief.
So that was the first half of the poem, and then after the first half on the video, you'll see a picture of the ambulance with the people carrying out the dead body, and that's when, in that stanza, the narrator and his mother then wait till 10 o'clock when the ambulance arrives with that dead body. And the next stanza is the next morning. The narrator goes into a room and sees his brother for the first time in 6 weeks, paler than ever. And then you'll see the picture with him in the coffin and with the snowdrops and the candles around it. And then the poem ends in a very sad manner, saying a 4-foot box, a foot for every year, in which the narrator finally realizes that the grief down from his parents was due to his 4-year-old brother who had passed away in a car accident. That's why we ended with the last picture as the coffin, to set the tone for that.
Yeah, that was our poem.